Welcome to the Sisters Uncensored podcast, where we get into everything from childhood trauma to millennial adulting and all things in between.
We share crazy stories from the past and present to help us cope with the insanity that is our lives.
By sharing our perspectives, we hope to bring some relatability, laughter, and unsolicited advice that can help you survive the messiness of life along with us.
My name's Jessica Labita. I'm a millennial mom, wife, and marketing professional, and I am absolutely insane.
My name is Ashley Lanive. I am a millennial stay-at-home mom, avid golfer, and too mouthy for my own good.
We are real sisters, and this is Sisters Uncensored. Take this trip with us. Welcome to the Sisters Uncensored podcast, and happy Wednesday. Today we want to talk about a topic that might be kind of sensitive to some people, but for us, it's been a huge part of our lives and why we started this show, which is being children of divorce. And we were talking the other day and thought it would be a good topic to bring to the show, how you determine who gets who in a divorce. So if your parents are splitting, can you be with both of them? If your friends are splitting, how do you pick sides? And we have some pretty good analogies and stories, I think, from our life of how we ended up picking certain people in a divorce.
I think no matter what, when you split, like when somebody splits, you're always going to have people take one side or the other.
Agree.
I don't think there's never really a middle, like, oh, I get along with both of you.
Right.
I think some people try to do that, but ultimately, no. You get one or the other. That's
okay.
it. All right, so when our parents divorced,
yes,
who do you think got mom?
Like as far as kids?
As far as like our community, our friends, everything like that. Their friends, families we would hang out with, things like that.
Church people.
Church
got mom.
Yeah, they kicked dad to the curb.
Yeah.
That was not cool.
No.
Not good.
No. Yeah, he was like ostracized basically from our church community.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, it was. It was humiliating.
Yeah, that was really bad.
And the fact that a church would allow that to happen to someone, like to create a social outcast out of someone for being divorced, to me is just shameful.
Yeah, I just can't imagine a church doing that.
I'm sure that in that particular situation, the church elders were mom's friends. And so I'm sure they were heavily influenced by her opinion.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, still.
Yeah, to this day.
Still, I just don't think that, I cannot see how any church could push someone away.
Yeah, no, I
over
agree.
something like that. That just doesn't, I don't know. I don't think it's what Jesus would do.
I agree.
That's my opinion.
I wonder if that's like a more common thing than you would realize, though. Like if you are a married couple and you're living a religious life and you were married in a church, if you do decide to separate or whatever, like can the church be like, one of you's got to go?
I don't think that's a normal thing. I really don't. I truly don't.
It shouldn't be.
Does anybody know of anybody else who's like?
I think it probably depends on the religion too. Like I know just from watching like reality TV, the Mormons, once they get divorced, they're both like outcast from the church.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do that.
So I think it has to do with your religion, like what denomination of Christianity you follow. But I wouldn't be surprised if the same rules, religious rules exist amongst, Jewish folks, Muslim folks, any religion really. I bet they could make a case one way or another that like, oh, if you're not following the covenant of marriage, then you're out.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
Well, I would agree with you, and I think
religiously, I don't think that's
how
how it's
changed
supposed to
too
work.
a lot, right? Like even, and this is off topic, but like you used to have churches that wouldn't accept certain people based on who they loved or whatever. Mm-hmm. And today I feel like that's not a big deal. Like God loves everyone.
I think mom also got the PTA, school moms, in the split.
Agree.
She got them.
Would you really want them though? Like if it was you? I guess, probably.
I mean,
If you have to raise 4 kids in a town, maybe the PTA moms is like an important crew to have on your side.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like it turns into like a divorcee clique, which is
maybe.
like,
So we have like family members who have been divorced, and like we've totally picked sides.
yep.
And there are relatives that we have that we call cousins and aunts, and they were at one point our cousin or aunt, but since they're divorced, they are technically no longer related to us by marriage, because that's how they were related in the first place.
Yep.
And we kept them and discarded the blood relative.
That's true. And I think that was a win-win for us because we got the good ones.
Yeah, agree.
We got the good ones.
I agree.
I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
We had.
And listen, they're still your family. Like, if they've procreated with someone that has your blood, and then you have like younger cousins, nieces, nephews, all the things that are blood related to you, but one of their parents no longer is because of the law,
Right. I
they're
think
still my family.
I think anytime people have kids and then they separate, like they're still my relative
Yeah.
because you have made children together. So
Right.
we come from the same DNA pool and they come from the same DNA pool as you.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes. But here's the thing, like, I would never hold a child in consequence of something their parent did. So like,
No.
I wouldn't not talk to their kids because their
No.
mom's a whore. You know?
I feel like we're talking about somebody very specific.
I'm not talking about anyone specific. I'm just saying.
No, I agree with that.
Or their dad's a whore. Like, whoever,
That's true too.
you know?
We've also cited, well, I think some people will make their choices based on right and wrong, and some people will make their choices based on blood. Like, if that makes sense. Like, no matter what, you stick by your
Right. Blood is
family.
thicker than
That's
water.
the end.
Family's family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have other people who are doing fucked up shit, and it's like, listen, I can't support what you're doing.
I have no problem, blood or no blood, cutting you off like a 6-toe if you do something morally horrible.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially if it's like a fucking repeat offense.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah. But that's not to say I can't also be forgiving. There's people who have split in marriages based on repeat offenses that I love very much. And when you learn their story more, I think you start to understand why they did the things that they did, and you get like the other side, I guess, for lack of a better word, right? Because I think we're very quick to judge the person who did the wrong thing that led to the divorce, whatever that might be. And it maybe it's not always like that either. But
Well-
in the situations I'm talking about, there was something blatantly wrong done
yeah.
multiple times, and those were the people that were doing the wrongdoing that like our family cut off.
Agreed. I think it's not, anytime somebody gets divorced, it's never over a one and done situation. It's never about one specific thing.
No, yeah, agree.
It's not.
Because it's not, I don't think, a decision anyone wants to make.
No,
You don't get married thinking like, oh, someday I'm going to get divorced.
Well,
Like,
I mean, everybody gets married like that now.
I know. It's unfortunate.
It is what it is. I'll say this though. I mean, not that I've ever been married, so I haven't been divorced. But even like in relationships where you break up and you have like mutual friends and everything like that, like I know who got me and I know who got them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like you figure out who your people are very quickly once you're going through a situation like that.
Yeah.
As to who your people are.
I also think too, as part of the like process of people that you love, both of them getting divorced, you see how they behave in a time of true turmoil, sadness, weakness, whatever, and like your true colors come out for more or less. And if you're vindictive or spiteful or doing things intentionally to hurt the other person, you know, like you have a lot of situations where it becomes like domestic issues, and it's tit for tat fighting. And I mean, we experienced a ton of this as kids even, and I wasn't even talking about that situation, but it's like, those are the things, like the tit for tat, spiteful shit.
The
that
petty
makes me
bullshit.
never want to fucking talk to you again.
Yeah.
Like, because you could do that to someone you had children with and should love and care about, regardless of whether or not you're going to continue to be married, there should be a level of respect that exists there, because that is the mother or father of your children. You don't do them dirty.
I agree.
But in divorce, shit gets fucking dirty.
Well, you know, that's what they say is like, don't judge a person based on how they are when things are good. Judge them based on how they react and behave when things are bad.
Yeah. And for me, that is my primary compass, my North Star that determines who I pick if something like this happens.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed. 100%. I think the people that we got in divorces, it was based off of exactly that. And those people are stand-up people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
like, they're
been
good
in our life
people.
a long, long, long time.
And I get that, like, shit happens and, you know, people split and whatever. But, like, some people are, the ones at least that we got are genuinely good souls. And the ones that we didn't get are fucking ratchet.
Shitty people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Not good.
So that's an interesting point, actually. I feel like when someone's getting divorced, it's a time for them to sort of cleanse their, like, social circle.
Yep.
Family, friends,
Yep.
anyone around, right? Because you almost have to restart over, right? Like, reset. And so as you're, like, going through that process, you decide who you want to actually keep still and who you don't, or who wants to keep you, quite frankly, because sometimes it's not your choice, it's theirs. Right?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I don't know if you don't want to keep me. You don't
Right,
have to.
but that's what I'm saying. So, like, it gives you an opportunity to sort of weed the bad out of your life without having to do it in a way that's like, I just don't want to hang out with you people anymore, or whatever the reason might be.
Right. No, I agree with
Like,
that.
it can be a positive excuse to cleanse your group of people you really don't need.
I think it's also, like, one of the things that helps you make that decision of who you're keeping close to you and who you're releasing, so to speak, is even their behavior during the split.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you'll have, for example, you'll have some people who will just instigate and just try to make it worse. Like, just, you know, I knew this one couple, they were going through a hard time, whatever, and they split. And one of them moved home, which was like not local. It was
Okay.
out of New Jersey, but they moved home.
Okay.
And they had kids. And, you know, the one left with the kids and the other one stayed here. And the friend of the one who stayed here was like, that's kidnapping. That's this. That's that. You should call the police. Like, these types of things where I'm like, what good is
Yeah.
going to come from telling somebody to do that? Like,
Right.
that, you know that those kids are okay.
Yeah.
You know that, you know, their
mom's a
yeah,
good mom, the
the
dad's
mom
a
or
good
the,
dad,
yeah, exactly.
whatever.
Like, why would you even plant that seed?
Yeah.
That's the kind of person I'd be like,
Get out.
you're not mine. I'm
Yeah.
not keeping you. I don't want you. I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, things like that. That's the kind of instigating type of things where I'm like,
I think sometimes too there can be like a misperception that instigation is looking out. So like if you're being cheated on and your significant other, whatever, say is cheating on you, and I continuously go out and about and see them out doing things dirty behind your back, I'm gonna fucking tell you because you're my girl.
yeah. And then there's the ones that will go out and include themselves in, you know, the nights out and think that their hands aren't dirty. They haven't done anything wrong. It's this one doing something wrong, but, you know, it doesn't mean I don't love you. I mean, just what am I supposed to? I would not facilitate or include myself in those situations. Like,
But like, what if someone was coming to you and is like, hey, your boyfriend, I saw him out, he was in a car with a woman and her head disappeared.
I'll be the first one to fucking tell you. I won't
Right.
even think twice about it. What I'm saying is, I wouldn't be the person who is going out with you while you're cheating on your
Oh, no,
significant
no.
other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
totally.
And being like, listen, it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with me. Like,
No,
I
but
don't-
I do feel like it's a
You'd be-
hard situation to be into, like as a friend of someone who's going through stuff like that, where it's like, do you tell them or do you not when you know that they're being done dirty?
I mean, I would tell any one of my friends. I wouldn't even think twice about it.
Mm.
I would give the opportunity to the person to confess, and if they're not going to, then it's going to come from me, and I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I agree with you. I
know?
feel like for the most part, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other things to consider, I think.
Yeah, I know.
You know, 'cause a lot of people get hurt when there's like infidelity and shit like that.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm saying it more along the lines of like, you have a partner who thinks they're in a happy relationship and a
Right.
happy home.
Right.
And this person is actually out, fucking strippers and doing this and, having a full-blown affair with somebody else.
Right.
And the other partner, like their husband or wife, is literally just completely in the
Clueless,
dark.
yeah.
Has no idea.
Yeah.
That's fucking scum.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No, I agree.
That's really nasty.
It's even worse, I think, when they know you're scum and you continue to be scum and continue to be seen out and about acting like scum, and it continues to come back to the partner.
Yeah.
Because I've been in a situation where that's happened.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It sucks for the partner.
It
You know?
does. It does. I've been in that situation. That was not fun.
No,
It's not a good place to be.
it's shitty.
And at the same time, like,
And then you're like, part of me is like, it's not my business and stay the fuck out of it.
yeah,
You know?
I get
It's
it.
a hard line. Like,
I guess it depends on how close you are to
with the
that
person that's being like cheated on or done dirty or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. If one of my friends was doing something fucked up, I would be the first one to go to them and be like, yo, you're doing something
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, enough is enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right?
Yeah.
Like, you need to fucking shit, get off the pot, figure out whatever it is that you want to do, go one way or the other. But what you're doing is fucked up.
So we've like had situations where people we were close to were cheating on their significant other. And like, how do you like handle it? And I think it's probably circumstantial.
It is.
But this particular situation, she was cheating over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And had little babies at home, like with no mom. And he was embarrassed and heartbroken and sad. And yet she continued to do it.
Yeah, he was devastated.
And like, it got to the point where it was like, she's lying, saying like, oh, forgive me, like I'm not doing that anymore, let's make it work. Meanwhile, she's out giving head in the parking lot to some dude and is getting caught like the day after she says those lines.
Who is giving head in parking lots at whatever?
Dirty people, apparently.
I mean, I guess I would, but like not. I don't know. I can't picture myself.
It's fine. It
Whatever.
doesn't matter. The point is, if you're being a hoe and you continue to be a hoe and like your husband thinks that you're getting back together, he deserves to know you're being a hoe.
And here's the other thing. The third party gets completely discarded. If you are the person who knowingly is involving yourself in a relationship with someone that is married with someone else, like whatever.
Yeah.
And you know that like
They
they're
have,
together.
like, a wife and kids
Yeah.
at home or whatever.
And you're just that guy or girl who's like, I don't
Not
give a
my
fuck,
problem.
not my problem.
Right.
I'm not married to them, or I'm not with them, or
Right.
whatever. Like, be mad at this one. Don't be mad at me. No, you have no fucking conscience. You have no soul. Shame on you.
Yeah, I would agree.
And
would
these, I
agree.
think, all apply for situations that, again, like the one person in the marriage or the relationship has no idea that the other person is stepping out. Like they think everything is fine, everything is dandy. You know, relationships have up and downs, but like you're not thinking that they're essentially leading a double life.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's where it becomes like situational, who you pick in that situation, like who in that particular split you choose as an individual is based on your morality and your perception of what has happened in that situation that has nothing to do with you, quite frankly. But, or maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe you're the third party. Like, I don't know. Not saying you specifically, just like
No.
theoretically here. But like, you have an obligation to decide, like, if you want to get involved and share information because you know stuff that maybe someone's getting hurt doesn't know, or to keep your mouth shut and not say anything and let it happen and not worry about it because it's not your marriage and it's not your problem.
I mean, again, I think it has to do with the closeness of me
Right.
to the situation.
So that brings us full circle then. If friends of yours or family members are splitting up and getting divorced, how do you determine who you pick?
Based on who I like and who I don't, honestly. If I'm like, this guy's always been a piece of shit, or she's always been a fucking whore, or whatever it might be, like,
Who you'd pick?
who, yeah.
So there's always a favorite from day one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. I would agree with that.
I think there's a favorite.
Yeah, I would agree. There's a favorite from day one in a couple.
I mean,
A couple friendship.
yeah. Yeah, I think so.
So then does that mean that regardless of the situation, you, because you love that person more, can find a way to find fault in the other party to make them be the right one, no matter what?
Now, I try to be diplomatic when it comes to any kind of relationship. I feel like I have absolutely no business giving anybody advice on how to handle their marriage or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Agree.
Because I've
Yeah.
never been married. All
Sure.
right. But I try to devil's advocate the situation. So, like, if this one's out and cheated once, twice, whatever, my thought is more along the lines of what's going on that led them to do that. All right, because it's not like a full-blown affair with somebody or anything. It's literally like there's something wrong at home. Like, where's the disconnect there? And you try to see where both sides kind of participate
Right.
into the unraveling and something like that happening. And at the same time, if you're somebody who is out living the double life, I don't think I can find anything to justify it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense?
Yeah.
Some behaviors are just not justifiable.
Yeah. No, that does make sense. It does.
Okay.
I was just looking up statistics about divorce in New Jersey because I was going to see if it said reasons marriages end or anything like that, but I'm not getting that information. I was just kind of curious, like, do most marriages end because of infidelity or is it other reasons? Because I feel like irreconcilable differences is the catch-all term that gets put on paper for most people, regardless of why.
I mean,
The real why.
in this day and age, I feel like there can be infidelity, and that's like not something couples can't come back from.
You think they can come back from?
Yeah, I think it's
I think I would agree with that.
definitely something couples can come back from in this day and age. If it were 30, 40 years ago, maybe not. I don't know.
So they still say 50% of marriages end in divorce or separation.
I feel like it should be more than that.
And Arkansas has the highest divorce rate,
Arkansas?
apparently. It's probably because they have
Why?
lots of sheep out there.
What does that mean? They fuck sheep. What does that mean?
That was a joke.
Oh, I'm like, why? But really, with Arkansas, I wonder if that's where Farmer Fran is.
I don't know.
I hopped on his live the other day, by the way.
Is he sassy?
He's funny.
Okay.
He's a nice guy. He's fucking nuts.
I
He's a
know.
farmer. Farmers are nuts. Everybody knows that.
Your guy's going to be a farmer, maybe.
Oh my God, imagine it's Farmer Fran.
No.
Loretta!
So, so 69% of women initiate divorces over men, with the outside source speculating that the number can go up to 90% if the woman is more educated.
Wait, say that again?
70% of women initiate divorces over men. Women are leaving men, not the other way around.
That maths to me.
Yeah, it's interesting, right?
Yeah. I think probably because, again, a generational thing and a timing thing, women are much more self-sufficient and not dependent on men like 50 years ago, or like even with our grandparents. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
Like you were fucking stuck.
Yeah, no, it's a valid point. They created a society where there is no hierarchy anymore. Everybody's equal.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's how it works now.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It's just been an interesting topic that we've had, just based on some things that have happened within our family recently, and it's ironic to think like who gets who.
Yeah. We have some family members that, well, a divorced couple, family members, and we got the one. We opted for the one. We were like, we're taking him. We don't want her. Nobody wants her.
Right.
And they were going at it for years and years and years, and it was like so easy for us to just hate her guts. And then sometime recently, they started to like get along, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I was like, ew, why are we doing that?
I know.
And it is a good thing. It really was a good thing. And I was just like, oh, God, I'm not being nice to her.
If people can like get over this shit when they're like going through it in a way that doesn't hurt other people and can just like, I don't know, it's such a selfish act, I feel like, unfortunately, that you become so self-focused and so about your own needs that you're not, a lot of times people are not thinking rationally
Yeah.
about other people around them and like who they love, right? Like you're not thinking about your kids. You're not thinking about who's getting hurt by the things that you're doing or whatever.
I think
It's
that's
not just those two people. There's more to it. And
I don't know.
I feel like it's evident in our lives because we literally, like, the entire way we exist is based off of a divorce.
I don't know. I'm a big picture person, so I try to take into consideration everything. Like that's almost ingrained from our situation
Yeah.
of being, product of a sloppy divorce. But I always think long term. You know what I mean? So that impacts my reactions to things on a day-to-day basis, or conversations, or if somebody takes the dig or something like that, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not taking that bait. I don't do that.
No.
I need to know that when I go to bed at night, I know I have tried to be the bigger person and I've done the right thing and I've done the best I can do. I don't want to go to bed at night thinking to myself like, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have done this, or I hope, she never hears that I said this, or something. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
I feel like I've reached a point where I won't say anything that I wouldn't say to your face.
Oh, yeah.
So.
No, I get that.
All
I'm
right.
just talking about reactive wise.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
fair. And sometimes it's hard to control that, but the fact that you can and that you don't have to think like that at night is a good thing. And so
Yeah.
we all have slip ups and make mistakes, right?
Obviously, yeah. Interesting.
All right, well, let us know, like, how do you guys think it gets determined who gets who in a divorce? I'm curious, like, does it have to do with the situation itself? Does it have to do with the individuals and who you decide? Is there a way to keep both? I would love that to be an option. I'm sure it probably is an option in certain situations. I haven't encountered that situation in my life where I've kept both, at least I don't think.
I don't know anybody. Like, name anyone.
No. So, yeah, let us know
don't
what you
know.
think, and we're curious.
Yeah, we are. We are curious. And who are you taking in your friend's divorce and why?
I love it.
Tell us.
All right.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Happy Wednesday.
Bye.